Welcome and welcome back, my dear tarot pals, to another pick a card reading. Today we're going to look at a massively important astrological transit which happens twice a year, every year, which is called the solar and the lunar eclipse. They usually happen in sets in a gap of 15 days approximately. The first eclipse is kicking off on April 30th or May 1st, slightly depending upon where you're based on this planet. India time, it's going to be happening on the 30th of April, 2 a.m. in the night. So that's the night of 29th of April when you would be probably seeing this reading. There's also a new moon happening in the zodiac sign of Taurus on the same date, of course, with very interesting aspects wherein Uranus, the planet of revolution, of rebellion, of unpredictability, of change, has been in Taurus obviously for a while now, and this new moon and the solar eclipse triggers quite a lot of aspects. So first of all, astrologically speaking, you need to look at where in your birth chart does Taurus fall? How many planets do you have in Taurus? Which house is Taurus ruling for you, right? Look at where Scorpio is, because Scorpio is the opposite axis of Taurus. These are the parts of life which will clearly feel the impact of this reading more than other houses of your life. Of course, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But this phenomenal transit that is happening, and there's no good transit or bad transits, it's just as above, so below. So if you're in sync with nature, life will feel beautiful to you. There's also a Venus-Jupiter conjunction happening in the zodiac sign of Pisces, which is again a beautiful sextile with the with the new moon occurring in the earth sign of Taurus. Okay, so before we begin our pick a card, I'm going to give you a quick rundown as to a brief summary as to what can you expect. Whenever the new moon is happening, that is the aspect of your life wherein you should be planting intentions, making beginnings, being more focused around wherever Taurus is placed in your chart. For example, if you are a Libra rising, Taurus will become the fourth house, and the fourth house rules your home, your foundation, your happiness, your success, your inner sanctuary. Okay, to make it simplest words, your inner sanctuary is your fourth house if you are, and that's what's getting activated during this new moon in Taurus if you are a Libra rising, right? If you're a Taurus rising, that's your first house. If you're an Aquarius rising, if you're a Libra rising, Taurus is your 8th house. If you're an Aquarius rising, Taurus becomes your 4th house, right? Pardon me for that. So now look at which aspect is getting activated, which axis are you going to experience your new moon as well as the eclipse energies. Eclipse energies last about 6 months, which means something is going to end, something's going to begin. There are going to be chapters unfolding and a ascension happening for many of us at different levels and in different aspects of life. So that is what this tarot reading is going to be focused on. What can you expect with this eclipse cycle kicking off? What is this season of Taurus bringing for you? There's of course already a May monthly reading done. You will find that in the description box below. There are quite a lot of 2022 centric readings as well, which I've posted on my timeless playlist. You will find all these links in the description box below. I thank you again for every tarot pal who's been a part of us, part of this journey so far, and I welcome you, if you've just found me through an algorithm search, to my growing YouTube family. I post 2 to 3 videos every week. So if you like tarot, divination, astrology, oracle readings, I invite you to also join me on my Instagram account, wherein I post 2 to 3 videos, wherein I post daily tarot and divination content as well. So you will find the Instagram link again in the description box below. Those of you who are interested for a personal reading, there is an email address mentioned in the description box again. You can drop me an email and get a reading. So I'm going to pull out 3 cards now, and we're going to ask the spirit, the higher self, to tell us what is kicking off, what is shifting during this eclipse season and this new moon in Taurus. Are we ready? I've already shuffled and I've spread the cards out. I'm going to give you crystals to pick from as well in a minute. So let's look at what are we expecting. So pile number 1, I want to go with this card. Pile number 2, let's go with this one. And for pile number 3, let's go with this one. Okay, So let me clear this out and set the crystals before we reveal the card. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Those of you who like to pick from crystals, let me first show you your crystal close-up before we get into card revealing, okay? You can of course feel drawn to more than one pile. I'm again repeating, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So for pile number 1, I have this beautiful piece of carnelian. Okay, that's your option number 1. Option number 2, we have Tektite. Okay, option number 2, we have that as your option. And option number 3 is this beautiful ruby. Okay, you can go by crystals or the cards. Let me go ahead and reveal the cards now. Take some deep breaths. So for option number 1, we have the dog with the number 18. That's your Lenormand deck here. The dog and the elephant story. I'm sure you've heard it, right? Okay, so that's the dog. Then option number 2, we have the sun card, the number 31. Okay. Option number 3, we have ruby and scythe with the number 10. You can take some deep breaths, take your time to make your selection. So it's ruby, carnelian, tektite, the number 18, number 31, number 10, dog, sun or scythe. I'm going to give you time to make your selection. I'm going to stay quiet for a minute. Hopefully that gave you a little while of silence as well. I will see you in your recording now. Hello and welcome my beautiful pile ones. Those of you who picked this piece of carnelian, a wonderful stone for sacral chakra healing, which is our chakra of sexuality, sensuality, beauty, creativity, sexual powers, our feminine reproductive organs as well, or rather reproductive organs overall, and the divine feminine energy. You've picked the dog, which we will talk about in a minute. Let's actually first talk about this unlikely friendship story and this loyalty of the elephant and the dog, right? And that commitment. Of course, the number 9 is a very spiritual number which talks about spiritual completion. Some of you could be in your personal year 9. If you're not following me on Instagram, these are those additional numerology tidbits that I also share. So again, I invite you to join me on Instagram as well. So we're today looking at what is the eclipse season kicking off for you? What can you expect? What's going on with the new moon in Taurus as well? Okay, so we're going to first start this reading with our Moonology deck today to see what is the key energy which is at play for you with this solar eclipse on April 30th, and depending upon where you're located, it's April 30th, May 1st. Those of you who like to know my pile selection, today I've gone with pile 1 and pile 2. So excited to see what messages Spirit has for us today. Okay, one more card please. The eclipse season, and okay, we have 3 cards out for you. And your underlying message is new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. We will leave this here. Okay. One of the cards is already flipped for you, which is new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. The North Node, step out of your comfort zone. And show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Some of the messages which I'm already hearing pretty loudly, guys. Uranus rules Aquarius, okay? And if you skip the introduction, this eclipse is forming a conjunction with the new moon, is forming a conjunction with the zodiac sign of Aquarius. I strongly feel some of you feel very guarded around your true personality, or that has been your journey so far. You've always felt as if the real you cannot be accepted, is not understood, is not there's something wrong about just being yourself. So the world will always criticize you. The world will never understand your motivations. And hence, you tend to keep yourself, you've always tried to not ruffle too many feathers and, stay in your line and stay how the society wants you to be. With this new moon in Taurus, with this eclipse cycle kicking in, clearly you're being pushed and you're going to get many opportunities. You're going to make these unlikely friends. That's the card that you've picked up, which asks you to be different, which asks you to do things which you've never done, but you've always hoped to do, almost fearfully desired for. I hope I'm making sense. We all have certain desires which are so good, so big, such crazy dreams. It's almost scary to dream them, right? But Spirit is telling you, push yourself out of that shell that you've put yourself in, because the moment you're ready to chase your destiny, the moment you're ready to listen to those silent whispers, the soft whispers that your intuition tells you, you are in for a massive upgradation, because your north node is where your destiny is. That's where your soul, in a way, find moksha, right? The liberation is when you will be in alignment to the activities, to the traits, to the behaviors that your north node placement is trying to drive out of you. Some of you may literally have your north node in the zodiac sign of Pisces or Aquarius. Few of you could also have that in the zodiac sign of Virgo. Again, there's a video that I've done on the Instagram account long ago when I've walked you through how to see your birth chart. Again, inviting you there to join me. Okay. With the Pisces and the full moon in Aquarius showing up for you, some relevant months, unfolding in the next 6 to 8 months would be the month of September, would be the month of August for sure, and perhaps something that has been either triggered in the month of March, which you're kind of getting to a completion phase now, or now the kickoff and the pace starts picking up for some of you, okay? Those are some important messages. With the Pisces and the Aquarius coming out, both of them having a very common theme when it comes to uniqueness, dreaminess, visionaries. One word which I can commonly link to the zodiac energy of, and remember, I'm talking energy here, right? It does not have to be a sun sign to be zodiacally in that energy, is visionaries, right? People who could dream and daydream and think of things that no one could have imagined, right? Your imagination is going to be super charged. You've even picked the Carnelian stone, which is a wonderful stone of, again, creativity. So those of you who are in the fields of creativity, spirituality, internet, anything to do with communication, you're going to clearly see a massive boost with this the solar and the lunar eclipse cycle kicking off, okay? Clearly here, with step out of your comfort zone, your only task to do is to ask yourself, what am I scared of? What is the worst case situation? What is the best case situation? And if the best case situation is leading you to a place when you can have all the happiness in the world, go for it. Okay, that is your Moonology message for the eclipse season, pile number 1. I am going to move towards your tarot cards for this reading. What can pile number 1 expect happening with this eclipse season, Spirit? What is shifting and changing for pile number 1 with this eclipse season? What's happening for them? Okay, we've seen those cards, but I'm not taking them because there are too many. What is expected with this new moon and this eclipse season for pile number 1? Thank you. Okay, we'll take these first and see where it takes us. Okay, you have the underlying energy of Lovers. Very strong air energy here is clearly present with that Gemini. Choices, okay, that's also a message for some of you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Strength, which is ruled by Leo. Okay, clearly something to do with the 8th month. So August is a significant month for pile number 1 this year. Okay, we have 3 of Wands, and I feel like it's almost asking for one more card, right? Let's take one more card. What can we expect for pile number 1? Thank you. Pile number 1, Spirit. Okay, And now we have the sun. Beautiful. Aren't you happy? Aren't we happy we've picked this? This, by the way, is also 10 of Cups in, as a correlation to Lenormand and Rider's White. Wow, we have the 3 of Cups again. Okay, so 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Strength, Knight of Cups, and, Knight of Pentacles. I don't know why this pile needs to be repeatedly told, because Tarot and Oracle are giving me one message in sync for sure. Do not go and try to be someone or something that you're not. Everybody has traits that they idolize in others, okay? And some of those traits are traits that you can have in yourself as well, which is why you're resonating with that trait of them, okay? The strengths, the confidence, the power that you see in others, the joy that you see in others, the beauty that you see in others resides in you as well, in different colors, form and shape. So a very strong message for pile number 1 with this eclipse season and this new moon which is of course very strongly influenced by Venus, happening in the sign of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, conjuncting Jupiter, which is a sign of expansion, of knowledge, of truth, of spirituality. Own your truth, pile number 1s. That is your biggest message for this eclipse season. That is what universe wants you to look at. You are worthy of celebrating. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of shining. So do not hide yourself. Pile 1s are clearly people who are hiding their strengths, who are shying away from taking the stage, who sometimes compare themselves to the beauty of others, to the power of others. Okay? And you need to be reminded that each of us have all those beautiful things in us, just in different proportions, just in different ways, just in different various situations in which we seem to be, assume, you like people who are very entrepreneurial, okay, or who are very resourceful. It's not that you are not resourceful at all. You may be resourceful in situations which may not be as obvious to you versus somebody else, okay? There is a strong likelihood of you guys manifesting a very emotionally stable friend circle, almost like a therapy session that you're going into. This could be like a community that you join wherein you guys discuss your wounds, your inner child healing sessions, something to do with healing, something which connects you to other people in your life, or wherein you find a community of comfort, and not comfort in the sense where you just stay the way you are, comfort in the sense of healing, comfort in the sense of safe space. This solar eclipse is triggering in you that inner power to create your special safe place. Okay, this could be a large community of females, a small community of family members, just a little bit of me time for yourself, but in whatever way or shape, you can allow yourself to connect to this fire within. Do you see the amount of fire energy in your card? That which lights your soul, that which gives you power. This pile should strongly work this new moon. Set intentions with affirmations. I am worthy. I am glowing. I am joy. I love myself. I love my journey. I'm glad that I've come this way. I'm so excited for the road ahead. I want you guys to start working with such affirmations. It's going to be tremendously helpful for you. Some of you, with this new moon kicking off, you're going to get a massive upgrade when it comes to your self-image, how you see yourself, how others see you, reputation, fame, success is highly likely. You've been waiting for something to show up in your life. The ships are coming your way. There are going to be ample reasons to celebrate. Some of you may actually be going on events or attending a certain event wherein you're celebrating with close friends, family, etc. Right? There's a slow progress. I'm not going to, promise you sun, moon and stars. Many of you will actually see this shifts rather occurring in your life by the time it's August, September, because that's a timeline that is repeatedly coming up for pile number 1. I strongly push you guys to not hide away from owning your truth, from loving yourself. That's all that you have to do. That's all that your cards are saying. Believe in yourself. Don't question, can I or can I not? You can. You absolutely can. If you've reached this part of this reading, I want you to leave me a comment below. I am strength. And I remember I didn't say I'm strong. I said I am strength, because strength is you. Okay, you will have beautiful friends, pile number 1, in your journey. I mean, this pile, I'm so happy I've picked it. I'm literally almost emotional while I'm reading it. I'm a clairsentient. It literally is making me teary to see the amount of support that you will receive in the next 6 months from your near and dear ones. This could be a guardian angel for some of you, this could be a pet, but for many of you, this seems like a small but significant female group for most of you. That's what it feels like. For some of you, it could be also a very close male friend, but you clearly have somebody who has your back and is an army in itself. This is the pile which I want to say, you have an army at your command. You are protected by the most strong, powerful people, and maybe you do not realize it, maybe you don't see it, maybe your current life does not give you that feeling, which is why I'm asking you, connect to gratitude, connect to your inner power. Solar plexus and sacral chakra are the two chakra centers I strongly recommend you to work on during this new moon in Taurus. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this reading with some additional oracle cards as well as messages from the universe. Do not say no to networking events and social events for the next 6 months, pile number 1. Show up, meet people, get out of your comfort zone is that repeated message showing up for you, right? Social events, arrange social events. Be the one who's actually the event manager as well in certain cases. For some of you who are singles, let me tell you, during a travel, during one of these events, you will meet a significant soulmate, a significant partner who will be making a tremendous contribution when it comes to your social status. This could be by literally marrying you, or this could be just you gaining a certain amount of respect in your near and dear ones by just association. You're associated to people who add value to your life. All right. Let us look at your, I hope you've left me the affirmation by now in the comment section. If this message has resonated with where your life is right now, and if it sounds like messages, you know what, I needed to hear that, this is the situation I'm dealing with, I hope you've already hit that subscribe button. That's a little bit of an energy exchange. I felt strongly connected to this pile. So glad I picked this for myself as well. So I'm truly grateful, Tarot Pals, for having you as well, because I know this is talking about my larger and closer community. Okay, let's look at now and beyond. What new moon messages do we get for pile number 1? Okay, I saw the first card, I'll take it. Breathe. Breath work is your new moon ritual for sure. Okay, this new moon, the energies will last. You're transforming, we already know that. Okay, one more card please. Solar eclipse as well as the new moon in Taurus. Thank you. Okay, your underlying message is destiny. Wow, we have 2 cards here which talk about destiny. There's something clearly shifting for you, some fated events occurring in the next 6 months, pile 1. Trust the spirit, and if anything that I said scared you, if you're still scared, spirit literally wants to come in, and I can literally feel the energy while I do this reading. It's so difficult to sometimes explain as a reader how strong these energies get. It's literally somebody coming next to me and standing and saying, I don't know what more to say to you, to just trust me. Trust yourself. Trust that higher source and know that you are loved just the way you are. You're powerful just the way you are. So do not hide yourself away. Don't hide your strengths. Don't stay, in that zone of, I don't want to meet people. I don't want to talk to people. Nobody really cares. You are attracting, if you're not already surrounded by a super strong soul family. Okay, hold on. We have your cards flying away. Okay, we'll do this one more shuffle before we start getting your cards. Oops. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed listening to this as much as I've enjoyed, reading for you. And let's see what messages does universe want to give pile number 1. If you did enjoy it, I hope you've hit that like button now. Okay, we have work your magic. This new moon in Taurus, okay, buy something which does not have to be a massive luxury, but adds to a certain experience of a certain sensual experience. And I'm saying sensual in the sense your touch, smell, maybe buy a perfume, maybe where you sleep, like maybe buy a comfortable pillowcase or something like that, okay, which brings you that sense of comfort. Taurus is all about comfort. Remember why you started, because in the next 6 months, pile number 1, you are going to be tested. You are going to be tested in your journey, and Spirit wants to remind you, you just got to ask yourself, why did I begin? And the rest of the clarity will come upon you immediately. One last message for you. Find your fire. We had all that fire messages right here. Some of you, for very few of you, could actually be becoming a parent in the next 6 months. I don't know. That's just a channel message. I hope you've loved listening to this as much as I loved speaking all these channel messages. Wish you guys a wonderful eclipse season, a happy new moon in Taurus. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome my pile number 2s. Those of you who like to know my pile selection, this is my second selection of the reading today. I went with pile 1 and pile 2. So you've picked Tektite, which is a strong stone, a strong crystal when it comes to psychic powers, telepathy, most importantly, and receiving messages from the higher self. You've of course picked 31, which adds up to the number 4. It is April while I shoot this. The new moon is happening, or the eclipse season is happening on 30th of April itself, or 1st of May, depending upon where you're staying. If you have skipped the introduction and just landed up here, today we're going to do a check, rather an energy check. What can you expect with this new moon and this solar eclipse cycle, this Uranus conjuncting the new moon? What does it trigger for you, etc., etc. Okay, with that said, let us look at your moonology cards to begin with. And if you'd like daily tarot content, there is an Instagram page of Taropal. There's a giveaway contest, by the way, which I'm running on my Instagram account as well. So for everybody, I strongly recommend go find the Instagram handle. It's Taropal. The link is in the description below. Okay, let's see. This eclipse season and new moon in Taurus. The eclipse season and new moon in Taurus. Okay, we have already one card flipped. All right, let's see. The energy is gaining momentum. I clearly can already feel very excited. I don't know why. I'm a clairsentient, so I resonate. Oops, one second. My tripod is ready to fly away. Hold on. Okay, I get energetic connections, of course, to the piles once I start connecting to them. So I feel very excited. My energy is very excited suddenly, unlike pile 1, wherein I was getting very emotional. Okay, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries, which just happened, by the way, the previous new moon. Bring love. Wow, those of you who's picked 1 and 2 exactly like me, we had full moon in Aquarius in pile 1, and we have bring into a new moon in Aquarius in pile number 2. It's interesting that pile number 1 had new moon in Pisces, 1 new moon before Aries, and it seems like 1 and 2 are connected. So if you were drawn to 2 as well, 1 as well, but you were confused and you didn't pick it, I strongly suggest pile number 2s to go listen to pile number 1. And if you are somebody like me who Spirit loves to surprise like this with such synchronicities, high five and leave me a sun emoji below so that I know who my pile 2s were. Because oh my god, look at the energy, the brightness, the hell yeah, let's go win attitude that I'm sensing here for pile number 2s. You're in energy, guys, and if you're not feeling that energy, I think some of you have been feeling very burnt out because of excess work in the past few days. But April has been one of the most phenomenally transformational months for this pile. Okay, something has clearly happened in the month of April for you, which has changed the trajectory, the destiny of where life will go for you forever. Okay, this could be a major career shift, this could be a change in your personality, this could be a leaving behind a bad habit. It could be different things for different people, right? It's general reading, but this change, this shift that has happened with this new moon in Aries is changing the course of your destiny for the better, of course, forever. Okay, so congratulations to you. First of all, take a minute to acknowledge the good decisions that you've made. Take a minute to acknowledge that, oh my god, I've come such a long way. You know, it's very easy to go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and you just don't ever stop to enjoy what you're living. So first thing that this new moon in Taurus wants you to do is look at comfort. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Are you happy? Are you comfortable? You want to take a nap? Go take a nap. Because you've done a fantastic job, pile number 2s, in clearly something in April which was difficult, which was, and of course difficult means different things, right? For some of us, getting out of the bed can be difficult on certain days. And if you've conquered that, then pat yourself on the back. So I want you to take a minute during this reading, leave a comment and encourage it from other people as well. I have done a phenomenal job. Just say that to yourself. I have done a phenomenal job. One more time. I have done a phenomenal job. Okay? Because you have. You truly have. Right? All of us are not going to end up as the most successful blah blah of anything, but we will be most successful blah blah of our own lives. Right? So this message is strongly coming in. Enjoy yourself. Stop and smell the roses. At the same time, make sure, because you're clearly at a go zone. Okay, pile number 2s, because I know about, I can understand why this message is coming through for my pile selection. There's a lot happening around you. There's a lot happening for you. You're in that hustle zone. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to make this. And you're excited. You can sense that things are finally happening for me. Some of you may have felt very stuck during the pandemic. Something was not happening for you and now it's finally changing. Now things are moving. But just remember, rest is equally important for you, okay? The energy is gaining momentum. Something impossible is coming true for you. And I have nothing but to tell you, with this, whatever I've seen so far, you're manifesting blessings, okay? Some of you are manifesting a promotion. Some of you are manifesting literally an otherworldly connection as well. Those of you who are into spirituality, who meditate, who are trying to build a connection to the higher realm, you're going to have certain experiences in the next 6 months with this eclipse season kicking in, which will make you truly believe, which for many people is impossible. Okay? If you're quitting on something thinking it just can't happen for me, wait for universe to surprise you, is the message that I want to tell you. Okay? Very strong and powerful energy. Of course, the new moon in Aquarius had happened in the month of February. The new moon in Aries is in the month of April, like I said. Now, if you're watching this reading anytime after I've made this video, which is the new moon in Taurus, which is May 2022, the next significant timeline for you guys could be the full moons of these two zodiacs, which is October and August. Okay, I strongly recommend pile 1 to also listen to pile 2 because there's clearly a message for you there. Okay, gazing the moon and moon bathing is a wonderful activity. I strongly recommend pile 2s to do. It's funny that you've also picked the Tektite, and clearly you do have certain psychic abilities which are trying to get activated. You just have to give it enough focus and enough practice. Okay, let us look at what can we expect for pile number 2 during this solar eclipse and the new moon in Taurus. Okay, we have the patience flying right out of the bat. See, I told you, even though all your cards were all about go, I could sense that this pile is not resting. They're still trying to rush it all happen together. Okay, so first card out, we have 7 of Pentacles, the new moon in Taurus. Some of you who have invested your money, you may want to hold on before you withdraw it, okay? Just keep your money wherever it is invested right now, because it might start to give. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't quote this as financial advising. Please remember, there are disclaimers in the description box below. I'm reading tarot cards, okay? So every individual has invested in different spaces. You would know if that message was meant for you, okay? Let's look at 6 of Pentacles. Money clearly is coming your way, and support around money. So if you're waiting for an education loan, a home loan, some sort of a paperwork sanctioning, that is happening for you with this new moon in Taurus. Some of you are, wow, we have 4 of Wands. I'm so happy for pile number 2s and for myself as well. Okay, you're celebrating something, you're completing something. 4 months from now could clearly be a significant time whenever you're watching this reading. It's funny, you know, both pile 1 and pile 2, the message is very, very strong that you have a lot of help around you, okay? So make sure that if there is anything that you're battling with, financial struggles, emotional struggles, relationship issues, discuss them with those you trust, okay? Because there is help around you and you will get a breakthrough that you can't imagine. Oh my God, that's another pentacle for you. 9 of Pentacles, money, self-sufficiency, independence. You did have the Aquarius card there after all. Independence is clearly on the cards for you in the next 6 months and with this new moon unfolding, okay? Money could also be coming in through for those of you who are into self-employment, like you have a startup, you have a small business, you're an artist. Those kind of professions are also getting a financial boost clearly for those of you who's picked pile number 2. There is a certain amount of recognition, a certain amount of completion, and mental clarity with that Ace of Swords showing up here for you, right? That you are attracting with this new moon in Taurus. Let's see what we can get more for this eclipse season for you, okay? For you as well, it feels like make sure you're not missing out on social events because you just want to keep yourself away. Bring more love into the situation, okay? So participate in your official functions, in your social functions, in your family functions. Show up. And then have the patience to just not allow other people to trigger you. Be in inner comfort. Be in inner space, okay? Feel safe within yourself and then go engage with the rest of the world outside, okay? For some of you who have been single for a very long time, the next 6 months could be playing a significant shift when it comes to the way you're looking at relationships, the way you're looking at the understanding of two people coming together and building something, your expectations from relationships. Some of you may have literally quit on a relationship as well, which can lead to union. Four of Wands is sometimes the 11-11 card, the wish fulfillment, the celebration, the completion, the graduation of something. Okay, this pile, the biggest message I want to tell you guys is discipline. Okay, so the next 6 months will demand tremendous discipline and groundedness, which means patience, which means you can't get cranky on your blessings. You can't rush your blessings. You can't expect others to do things your way. Don't become a dictator. Don't become moody. Don't become obsessive and a control freak. Those are the things you have to be very, very mindful of. Otherwise, this pile, clearly 6 months from now, you are at a 10x better place. Okay, and I'm saying that with a lot of confidence within me. You are at a better place financially, you're at a better place socially, you're at a better place emotionally, and hopefully, if you adhere to the tarot guidance that we've discussed here, even a better place spiritually. Okay, typically, if you do adhere to it and spiritually you are at a better place, the rest of it is easily going to flow through and follow through. Okay, if you are somebody who is at a privileged position, in any form, right? You may have a lot of money, you may have disposable income, you may have a lot of knowledge when you can teach little children. Do something in whatever way, wherever there is surplus. Maybe you have a lot of time, so volunteer. Use your time to volunteer. Whatever you have in excess, share it. Charity work is the best way with which you will be attracting a lot of blessings, a lot of blessings of not just the universe, but blessings of, let's say, those in need. And that protection, that power, that groundedness, that humility will be tremendously beneficial for you as an overall personality development in the next 6 months. Okay, you are being asked to also, in whatever way or form you can, make your feet touch the ground, the real soil. Okay, working with soil, saving soil, protecting Mother Earth. These are some initiatives that you perhaps want to consider getting yourself engaged into, because you're going to create a powerful impact in these sectors. Okay, some of you may be graduating this year, and that message is also clearly coming up. So if you are pursuing any kind of a internship, something which is going to require an examination, a pass-fail situation, you're going to clear that with flying colors, pile number 1. Okay. For very few of you, it's very, very important it's important for everybody, but for very few of you, this message may resonate. Do not overdo when it comes to physical exercise. Okay, you may hurt yourself or you may get an injury, especially in the month of May. So be slightly careful of overdoing a workout routine or something where you pull a nerve, where you pull a muscle or something like that, which can lead to a prolonged off and on discomfort. That's what I'm trying to get here. Okay, be patient with your financial investments. Do not expect something to happen overnight, is a repeated message that Spirit wants me to tell you, because while I'm saying all these amazing things, I'm not saying at all that all of this is going to happen for you here and now and get out of this reading and in the next 10 minutes there's going to be some magic wand magic fairy coming in. I'm asking you to be patient. I'm asking you to be grounded. I'm asking you to be humble, right? Which means I'm promising you that great things are coming your way, but I'm also asking you to be a certain way. Okay, if you are feeling fearful of starting something alone and you came here with that thought in your mind, can I do this alone? Can I go on this trip alone? Can I start this business alone? Can I make this decision on my own? You're being told to trust yourself, Believe in yourself, because you absolutely are good enough to do what needs to be done. Okay, those were some tarot messages for pile number 2. I'm going to move towards your Now and Beyond Oracle deck. I hope if the reading has resonated and these are the messages that you wanted to hear, you needed to hear, you've left me a thumbs up with that like button on this video, and you've chosen to be a tarot pal. Strongly psychic energies for this pile as well. So I'm grateful for you being here, listening to me, giving me the opportunity to read for you. Okay, let's look at New Moon in Taurus. What can pile 2 expect? Thank you, Spirit. New Moon in Taurus. Okay. Your underlying energy is karma. Yep. I think I felt that energy and I did give you that message, right? Karmic cleansing will easily happen for you if you're more connected to if you give your money and you share your abundance. Whatever you have in surplus. Again, I'm not talking about money alone. If you have a lot of time, you're unemployed, but you have a lot of time, volunteer. Help someone and help will come your way. Okay, abundance in itself is self-explanatory. You're attracting a lot of money per se. Now I'm talking about money, the real wealth. Okay, traveling could be highly likely for you guys because considering so much money, what you're going to do with it if you don't travel. Okay. Also, this is talking about setting yourself free from your own expectations. I feel is the biggest thing that you need to do. Stability. It is happening in the zodiac sign of Taurus, which is all about stable building, stable foundations. You may be building slow wealth than your people. You may be questioning if I'm doing enough, if this is going to be enough for my next generations. You are bringing in a stability. For very few of you, I strongly and likely feel there is a romantic partner coming your way, and this is going to be a very stable, committed relationship. We have the 4 of Wands, we have bring love into the situation, we have the stability card. Clearly, you're manifesting someone where the scales are very balanced. You know, you don't feel like you overgive or they overgive you, or they are asking too much out of you. This relationship that you're attracting is going to be supremely balanced. If you are in a relationship already, it could mean, you know, it could take you to that next level for pile number 2s, okay? Which means if you're looking to if you're in a long-term relationship and you're planning a wedding, that's probably likely. If you're married, you're planning a child, that's likely, etc., etc. The next milestone that your relationship is hoping to get to, the next 6 months are super positive for you, okay? Let us look at some universe messages to wrap up this wonderful reading for pile number 2. I want you guys to leave me that beautiful sun emoji if you still haven't, and if you've reached this part of this reading, so that gives me a little bit of an engagement, and I hope you've already hit that subscribe button. Okay, share it with a friend who needed to hear this, in case you feel there is a friend of yours who's in need of guidance and needs a stranger giving them some support. Okay, dwell in possibility. Love this. What if it works out needs to be your slogan for the next 6 months at everything in life. Okay, say yikes and move on. This is talking about drama. Okay, I'll come to this one. Keep chasing the sun. You literally pick the sun. Okay, you've done a good job, pile 2. Okay, you've clearly achieved something in the past few months for sure. Okay. With this card, I just want to tell you something. There is going to be a, you know, with success, wherever there's the sun, wherever there's, you know, people are going to give you the evil eye. People are going to make you try to react and try to be dramatic and try to get you into petty battles to get you distracted. Don't go down their road. Okay, wherever you feel there's no abundance, there's no happiness, this is not adding value to my life in the next 5 years, don't allow yourself to be pulled into those conversations during this new moon cycle and the eclipse season. Okay, I hope this has been as pleasurable to listen to and as supportive and as inspiring for you as it was amazing to read for me. Thank you so much again for your time, Tarot Pals. Wish you an amazing new moon. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome, my beloved pile 3s. Those of you who picked this beautiful ruby, a wonderful crystal for heart chakra healing as well as your root chakra, and the number 10, the sky, which is the 10 of swords in the Rider-Waite's tarot when we look at it from a correlation of Lenormand and Rider-Waite's parallel cards. Okay, this of course talks about a certain amount of betrayal and to be careful of certain betrayals happening for you. Okay, and we are today going to look at what changes, what shifts are occurring with this new moon in Taurus, as well as the eclipse season, which is occurring on April 30th, starting April 30th, of course, this energy will be playing out. So time is slightly fluid, and an eclipse it happens in pairs. So there's a lunar eclipse which will happen around the 14th of May. This reading, you can, apply that for the next 6 months, because solar eclipse typically is a time span or a transit that affects for more than 6 months. If you are not a part of Instagram Taropal, there's a giveaway that I'm running on that platform. So I strongly invite you, come join us there and participate in the giveaway contest. With that said, I am going to start pulling cards for you to see what is shifting and what's the energy around this eclipse season for pile number 3s. Okay, let's take a look. Eclipse season, pile number 3s. I think we have a card flipped. Yep, one more card, please. Thank you. Okay, we have too many cards flipping, but we'll take the one that flipped first. Okay, surrender to the divine. Okay, clearly before April, as in the first 4 months of 2022, have been perhaps difficult or tricky or to navigate for pile number 3s. Okay, yet if there's anything that you feel is gone or lost forever, I love how you have nothing will come out of the situation and believe in the impossible. If there's anything which is giving you massive anxiety currently while you're watching this reading, be rest assured that it's a temporary passing worry or a concern, and it's not something which is going to have the power over your overall life to make any significant impact or make any significant damage to where you are heading to. Okay, the next 6 months I want you to focus on what you can do instead of what is out of your control. So the first message that Spirit clearly brings in with this new moon in Taurus kicking off for you is, ask yourself where I am and what is the best possible step I can take in different situations, for your work, for your relationships, for your health. What is the next immediate best step I can take to get to a better place? And then leave it, surrender the outcome to the divine. Okay, just keep taking one step at a time for the next 6 months. There's a retrograde season at play. There's an eclipse season at play. Depending upon our individual placements and our personal birth charts, it plays out very differently for each person, right? These transits can be very tricky when it comes to sometimes making us feel like as if I'm stuck, as if nothing's moving. But instead of trying to make those big, drastic, let me just blast this out and get out of the way strategies, take baby steps towards the next possible action that you can. Be honest. That is a big message for pile number 3. Next 6 months, if there's any situation where lying or cutting corners or taking that shortcut is going to lead you to some, happy ending that you think in your mind, be wary of it. Spirit comes in and warns you. You will be surprised at how the deck of lies start falling out, for you. If there's somebody else in your life who's trying to play those trickery games with you either, be assured that Spirit will come in and reveal those truths to you. So you don't have to be the detective, the anxious one, the worried one who's going around, thinking, who's betraying me? Am I going to be safe? You're going to be safe, darling. You are safe. And Spirit assures you that this new moon is bringing in an additional layer of protection when it comes to your goals, your success story. Your work is just to focus on what you possibly can do or should be doing in order to be honest towards your work, towards your goals, towards your relationships. Okay, I'm strongly channeling artists here for some reason. So some of you could be painters, singers, proper full-time professional artists, and there's a project that you're working on which is taking a lot of your prana, which is taking a lot of your energy. Whatever we create, it's a part of us after all. And this project is going to be something that everybody in your life, I'm not saying all of you are going to be, making masterpieces. I'm not saying that. It's one of those journeys which is transforming you as a creator, while you're making what you're making, while you're doing this art, while you're working on this project. It's creating a significant shift in your mind space, who you think you are, how you see the world, to be. I noticed that each of these cards have a full moon on it. Be very, very mindful of emotional outburst, of emotional of lunacy or, emotional volatility ruining things for you in the next 6 months from whenever you're watching this reading, okay? Your emotional scale will be the biggest meter of deciding whether you're feeling successful, sorted, loved, or are you feeling out of sorts and anxious, okay? With that said, I want to move towards your tarot cards and see what is this new moon in Taurus kicking up for you and what is this solar eclipse bringing for pile number 3. For you guys, I want you to leave me a moon emoji in the comment section below, a full moon emoji on the comment section below. Tells other people which pile you picked, tells other people they're also living the same situations as you are. That's the point of having a community. Gives me a little bit of an engagement as well, okay? Wow, we have the devil showing up. Like I said, this pile has dealt with something, is dealing with something, which is, do you see how, they feel like as if somebody else has strings. You feel helpless. You feel stuck or tied up to a certain narrative, which is not true. Okay, and that is what is shifting for you. You're very close to that success, that liberation. For some of you, this could be literal freedom. I don't know why, but it's a very specific channel message. If you know somebody or you love somebody who's in captivity of any kind, captivity as in a prison, captivity as in they are unwell and they are hospitalized, that is also changing for you. You're getting relief for anybody in your life who you feel is in any form of captivity, okay? Let's look at what is shifting for pile number 3. Thank you. What is shifting for pile number 3? We have 6 of Wands. Okay, one other message for you guys. Some of you could be actually pretty successful, but you're not able to enjoy the success and enjoy the fame because you're constantly looking at what everybody else got or what else you should have done or how more you can grow your fame instead of actually living and enjoying the fame that you already have, the recognition that you already receive. And for many of you, whether you're artist or you're not, you're attracting a mentor, you're attracting a spiritual guru, you're attracting somebody who's going to, I literally heard the phrase, set them in line, like set the person in line. And I have the King of Swords right here after that. Some of you could be very, very emotional people who are driving your life pretty much through only your heart, which is a very dangerous thing, which is how we lead to the devil moment, wherein we start getting controlled by our emotions, wherein we feel our emotions have been ruling our life. And you're finally coming to that space of maturity, that space of health, that space of wisdom, wherein you're allowing your analytical mind, your intelligence, your ability to stay logical and practical and bring that into balance, okay? With these two guys showing up here, you are clearly, and Hierophant is strongly ruled by the energy of Taurus, okay? He is the traditionalist, and King of Swords is that one person whose favorite phrase would be, do not make the mistakes I did. His success is a story of making mistakes after mistakes and learning from each of them and becoming more analytical, diplomatic, strong, knowledgeable. So his knowledge actually comes from mistakes. So you're not only going to meet people that you learn from, whose storylines would be very relatable to you. This could be for some of you, you watch a movie during this new moon and that character is such an impactful person for you that you start digging up more about this personality and you start resonating with their journey a lot, okay? This is also a combination of Devil, Hierophant and King of Swords, which pushes you towards education. The darkness is only of ignorance, of not knowing, of lack of knowledge, of sitting in uncertainty or feeling underconfident, of not being able to take the throne or claim your success because you don't know, you feel that you don't know where are you good enough or not. Enroll yourself for opportunities and courses, okay, which will make you feel that inner confidence that you need. Do what you need to do to make yourself knowledgeable, okay? And please, pile number 3s, if there is somebody in your life who's wise, who's logical, who's analytical, and has repeatedly given you an honest piece of advice, an honest piece of support, but you keep brushing them off because you're obsessively controlled by a narrative in your life, start respecting this other person, start loving this other person, start valuing this energy. This could be father figure, grandfather figure, a wise friend, a supportive lover, someone who is clearly here for pile number 3, who's repeatedly always showing up for them, telling them what is the right way to go, because this is expert guidance. So it's not like my pile 3s do not have the access to the best talent possible, access to the most loving people possible to help them navigate through this. It's almost like you don't want to look at them. You know, you're chasing a relationship, you're chasing a job, you're chasing something, you're in a habit which your higher self, and I'm sorry it's sounding as tough love, but the point of these readings are sometimes to, you know, we're talking about what is shifting for you. What is shifting for you is your alignment. You know, some of you have this thing of, you know, only the bad is cool and the good is boring. Such kind of narratives will change in your heart. Okay, yoga and meditation is strongly recommended because all you need is a control over your mind. Rest of it is you know, just process flowing out of you. Somebody from a strong spiritual cult could be reaching out to you. Your ancestral energy is very strong as well. So I strongly recommend in the next 30 days, whenever you're watching this reading, make an altar, do a puja, at least if nothing else, light a candle for the ancestors. Okay, they have played a major role in your success. They will play a tremendously strong role also in your professional success. This is a combination of massive success, but just remember that massive success can sometimes get to our head and you're being warned of that. Okay, be very, very careful, guys, of ego issues, of saying mean things to somebody that you didn't intend to say, and then that coming back and becoming something which is a loss to you. Okay, be very mindful of your tongue. Pile number 3s. This new moon with this Mercury retrograde shadow, with Mercury retrograde kicking in, at least for the next 3 months with these retrograde planets happening, your biggest enemy will be the words that you said, not what else, not anything else that happened. So keep your tongue in control, keep your anger in control, keep your obsession in control. Okay, eat clean diet. That's another message, very strong and very important for this pile. The better you eat, the greener foods you eat, you know, the more stable, emotionally safe, less temper issues will you be facing in the next 3 months. Okay, there's a lot of help for you guys. Okay, I know I'm sounding like a lot of tough love, but it's not like it's all bad and dark. You actually have a lot of support, and support of people who can change your life overnight if you're just ready to align to them. Okay, for some of you, this could be just your own higher self. You know, there's a part of you could be very dual personality. On the moments wherein you feel connected, on the moments when you feel in control, you already know that I'm a genius. Yes, you're very aware of your own genius, but most of the times it's just like something else, some other obsession, some other substance abuse, some other relationship, some other toxicity is taking more bandwidth, and that is changing, my friends, for you. And I'm happy for you guys because this file clearly deserves a lot more recognition and fame for the work and the effort that you put in across spectrum, across your relationships. But I don't think you get that recognition because of, you know, other habits or other traits or other anger issues, which perhaps override what you do for those, you know, near and dear ones. Let us look at some additional guidance from the Now and Beyond deck for my pile 3s. Miracle, love this. Okay, Miracle and Surprise together is a wonderful, wonderful. Some of you may literally be getting gifts very soon. If somebody gifts you something, don't question their intention. Okay, don't think like, oh, this person just wants to make me happy. Oh, they're just a people pleaser. Be grateful, genuinely, even if that is true. Okay, even if that is true, at least the person is trying to be in your good books. Appreciate it, value it, and more of that will come your way. You have 2 cards here which talk about believe in the impossible and miracle. So if there's something which you've literally quit your heart on, which really has a positive energy associated with it, remember, because I can see the obsession of this pile. This pile just wants that one thing, and only I want that one thing, and I'm going to be stubborn until I get it. Universe does not work like that. But if there's something that you've genuinely set a positive intention for, that was only love, that's pure love, there's no ego, there's no excessive attachment, that is growing, my friend. Some of you could become a parent, and pretty surprisingly, by the way. Okay, so be mindful of this. Take this as a heads up for the next 6 months. If you do not want a baby, plan right, because universe may surprise you. Okay, Fly. This card has come out of 2 out of 3 readings. In fact, even this card. So some of you may have been drawn to 2 and 3. The pile 2 as well. If you were, you may have a message for you there. Some of you may actually just think of in the next 2 to 3 months with this new moon kicking in, I want to change my location. I'm just going to go live in the Himalayas. I'm just going to go find a job somewhere else. I'm just going to literally physically cut myself away from the triggers of things that keep me in this narrative. Okay, you're making some powerful moves with this new moon, pile 3s. And Spirit appreciates it. Spirit supports it. And if you're able to make that inner willpower, work with the tiger's eye stone for inner confidence, for discipline, for routine, and there's clearly a surprise, a miracle waiting for you for that effort that you're finally ready to pull in. I don't think for many of you, I said anything which was new. You already know this about yourself. It's just a call out, a reminder that, darling, you're ready. You're ready to make this huge leap, to receive the miracles, to be the miracle magnet that you're born to be. Okay, I'm going to wrap up your reading with some messages from the universe. I hope you've loved listening to this as much as I've loved reading this. If you did, please hit that subscribe button right now and leave me that full moon comment in the section below. Inhale courage, exhale fear. I don't think you totally understand your own power. You know, that's another thing. You've given away your power to this devil narrative. You know, this could be work, this could be money, this could be a toxic relationship. But the moment you realize that I am more powerful than anything else that can happen to me ever or anyone else, it's my own mind which holds the biggest power, your story will change, your narrative will change, and that's happening for you. Start today, not tomorrow. Procrastination is one of the biggest devils of 2022, and I'm sure all of you will agree. That is the call out for you as well. If you never try, you will never know. I love how Spirit is pushing you. Just take that one step. One healthy diet, one more healthy routine, one healthy habit, one more day. It's okay if you forgot to do it twice back to back. You know, it's okay if you forgot your diet plan or your workout regime for about 10 days. Start now. Okay, start now. Pile 3, you're making some monumental shifts. It's almost like somebody went 360 degree, 180 degree different. And I congratulate you for this massive transformation that you're attracting in your life. You're ready to go make that big difference that you're born to do. Thank you so much again, dear Tarot Pals, for all your time and love. Wish you all the best. Happy new moon. Take care. Bye-bye.